Wow, the Hangout is on air live. Booyah! Hey there, Crystal Williamson here. How's everybody doing? Spirituality with a Bite, the first vlog, at least the first official one, where there'll probably be a little bit of interaction and there's going to be some Q&A. So I definitely want people to be talking, and I want people to actually start we want to start a conversation. And again, spirituality with a bite. And quick, I want you to define spirituality. I mean, is it going to church religiously? Is it chanting? Is it burning sage? Whether it's taking a vision quest to Hawaii or going to the Vatican to meet the Pope, how do you define your center? Is it called God, divine wisdom, Krishna, the guy upstairs, Allah, or higher power? Is a name really necessary? Let's investigate and enlighten and converse in plain language all concepts of spirituality, God, and begin an exchange. Let's talk rather than bludgeon. And I hope you're here enjoying this right here. Let me see if I can close the showcase for right now. And I want to actually start the Q&A chat if anybody's online. Not right now. Okay, great. So that's cool. So I'm just going to, for if you've never seen Spirituality with a Bite, cool, let me just give you a really 30-second lowdown. It's my blog where I talk about my perspective. I normally find a quote, I give my perspective, and then I give you a call to action. And who am I? Crystal Williamson. I'm a transformational life coach, and I'm also a Reiki master. I'm living here in New York City, and I'm very excited to have my first vlog. There's going to be some bumps, guys. There's going to be some bumps. So I love technology, but things may happen. So let me actually go. And yeah, if you think I'm reading just for a few moments, I am going to be reading because I did want to get at least some notes down pat so I could get everything clear in my head. Hopefully in the future my head will be a little clearer, but let's see what happens. So our quote for today, and it's August 9th, 2014. It's 8:04 p.m. Eastern Time. So the quote is for today: I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everybody. Bill Cosby. Yes, that's right. Dr. Bill Cosby, the comedian. I love that quote. And my perspective, I've seen James Brown. I've seen him live. I saw him at the Apollo Theater when I was about 11 years old with my father and my brother. I recently saw the James Brown biopic, Get On Up. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Great, great movie. I loved it, but I love the music too. Performances were good too. Anyway, James Brown, of course, has a classic song, one of his first hits, Please, Please, Please. And since the quote talks about please, immediately I thought about this and James Brown, and you know, nobody begs like James Brown. Who else can do it? I actually looked up the verb please in the dictionary, and it to please. Some of the definitions are satisfy, gratify, thrill, wish. That doesn't sound too bad, does it? Pleasing someone, though, pleasing someone is taking that definition to a whole nother level. When I'm pleasing someone, I'm coming from a place that's needy. I'm beneath you. So the only way for me to move up or for you to give me permission. When I hear those definitions, I think of groveling, pleasing someone. Like I said, taking it to another level. I can't please three people, 300 million. It really doesn't matter. 3 billion. It doesn't matter. I can't please another human being. And it's interesting if you're thinking, well, wait a minute, all I want to do is just please my spouse, just one or two people, my spouse, my children, a small community, my neighborhood, my manager. I just want to please my clients. I just want to please the people that are in my mastermind circle. I just want to please the people that are my friends on Facebook, the people that I know on Twitter or Instagram. That's all, well, you know what? It can be problematic. I was going to say it's all well and good, but that's fine. It's problematic. We're all human. There'll be times when I will please you. This recording might not please you when you see it. Not totally. You're not going to agree with me. Great. I hope you don't. I want to start a conversation. I love the film Jerry Maguire. One of the great quotes that are in it, of course, you complete me. when he said to her towards the end of the film. And we all know when he jumped on the couch at Oprah's, it really sounds great, you complete me, but I really need to be the one to complete me. I complete me. I complete me. I come from a powerful place when I complete me. This way, I am living, I'm ensconced, my feet are in the ground, solid. I'm coming from a place of power. And only when I come from a place of power, I can be powerful to others. I can inspire others. I expand myself in abundance, love, and success as I inspire others to do the same. I'm reading a great book called The Big Leap, and that's one of the mantras in there. Amazing, amazing book. The Big Leap. I'm coming from a place of power when I'm expanding, when I'm powerful, when I complete me. It's interesting. I'm going to mention this. I wasn't going to mention it, but I just feel just compelled to do it. I follow the blog of James Arthur Ray. He was one of the people in The Secret. He's one of these self-help people, and I really like his philosophy. He was in jail. He got out of jail about, I think, 10 months ago, 11 months ago. Yeah, he had done something wrong. He was in jail, in federal prison, and he came out, and he came back out strong. I listened to one of his Google Hangouts, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said, so powerful, think the way God thinks. Think the way God thinks. I just feel that's just so powerful. Think the way God thinks. Now, if I'm thinking the way God thinks, what would I do? What would I do? If you think that sounds pretty presumptuous, who am I to think about God, to think I am God? Just ask this question, or if you don't believe in God, you think God is dogma, just think about what would a person who loved themselves do. So I love myself. What would I do in that situation? What would I do? When you love yourself, would you be in this same predicament that you're in? Are you stressed out about something? If you're coming from a place of love, if that's your foundation, you love yourself, would you still be in the same job, in the same relationship, the same neighborhood? Would you be in one of those places? And you know what I want to say? I mentioned neighborhood. It doesn't mean it's a physical place. I'm sitting here in the chair in my office. It doesn't mean a physical place. It doesn't mean an emotional place. The place is here. The place is here between my ears. And I don't mean my brain. Yes, my brain is part of it, but it's the place. I am my foundation. When I love myself, that is the key to success. That's one of the keys to success. As soon as I get to the place of, you know what, I'm doing 100% all of the time. I'm doing the best I can do. It's funny, I used to think when people said when you do the best all the time, that sounds really damn exhausting. But it's actually easier. If I'm putting in 100% all the time instead of putting in 10 or 20, maybe it's just me. I jump in with both feet, guys. I jump in with both feet everything I do. I'm sure you're shocked at that. Success. It's funny, I did look up success in the dictionary. And success, a couple of definitions: victory, achievement, triumph, winner. I love that. Hit. I love that. I'm a hit. I'm a hit. I'm a hit. So for today, I'm going to leave you with be a hit. Be a hit. Then you can inspire others to be a hit too. So remember the quote that we talked about in the beginning. I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is pleasing everybody. I can't please everybody. That's what Bill Cosby says. So definitely, if you come from a place that I complete me, I am a hit, I will inspire others to do the same. Cool. I love that. Love that. Your call to action. I give everyone a call to action. If you don't know what that is, call to action is do something. I want you to actually physically do something. Sit down, mull this over, breathe a few times. If you know meditation, I would think meditate, think on it. I thought about a call to action as let's start singing I Am Woman I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar. I love that song by Helen Reddy. So if you're not familiar with that song, go on YouTube, Google it, and listen to it. And there's also a great Katy Perry song called Roar. Sing that. And I know I've lost all the men in the in the hangout right now, but I got you guys. A great song again by James Brown. It's a Man's World. And before anybody gets their knickers in a twist, it's a man's world. If you listen to the lyrics, it's a man's world, but it ain't nothing without a woman like you. It's very true. We really do all need the company of each other. We need to love each other. We need to be in a place of love and stability. I think that's just, I think that's incredibly powerful. I just think that's incredibly powerful. So I really want to know what you're thinking. I really want to know what you are thinking. I really do. So I'm going to do one thing. So this hangout is on for another few minutes, and I'm just going to post this on Facebook. I have a couple of friends who said that they were going to come on, so I really want to have a conversation. So let me see if they're coming on. Like I said, if you keep coming to these things, you'll see I'll have a few fewer kinks in here. Not few more kinks. No, we'll have a fewer kinks than you had previously. Let me see if I can get something to come up, and let me see if my friend can come on. Let me just check if she's here. Let's see if. Sorry, guys. Anyway, it's interesting. We've had some great weather here in New York City, and it's really been. We had a brutal winter. I'm sure a lot of people all over the country, not just the country, all over the world, has had a brutal winter. But it's really wonderful how everyone is just. We've kind of bonded a little bit more here in New York City, and I'm very grateful for that. It's funny, New York. We're not scaring people like you think, like you might have heard or you've seen some stuff in the 70s and 80s, maybe some films. But we're a lot more. I guess the word is we're a lot more tight knit than you might think. Definitely, we're a lot more. We're definitely a lot nicer than you would think. Sorry about that. If you hear some noise, Mr. Softy is coming down my block. 8 o'clock at night. I think afterward I'm going to give myself a little Mr. Softy. Just kidding. So I'm pleasing myself. I'm pleasing myself. And watch it. It's not what you're thinking. I'm going to actually, I'm going to do more meditating this evening. I'm going to do a lot more connecting this evening with quite a number of other people. It's interesting. One of the reasons why I started the blog, my father passed away in 2005, and we always sat down. Well, I shouldn't say always, because yeah, when I was a teenager, did I really want to talk to my parents? I thought they were crazy people. And I thought that all adults were messing up the world. When my father, of course, when I left the house, I had gotten married when I got older, and my father was well, but we would sit down and talk about God when we were watching the New York Giants. And I hope I didn't lose anyone who doesn't like football or doesn't like the Giants, but I would go over to my parents' house, and my father and I would watch sports together. It was a great way. Any woman who wants to bond with her father, watch sports with him. And all you have to do is just know a few things. You just know, in football, all I needed to know that there were 4 downs. My father liked the Giants, and the Giants at that time had never been in the Super Bowl. That's all I needed to know. I could ask the other questions or just learn when I spoke to him, and I would ask him questions, and he'd love it. But we bonded a lot over football and God, because on Sundays I would go over, and we talked a lot about God, um, and we would argue about God. And I said, Dad, God is not always in church. God is where three are gathered in His name, and if Mom comes in the room, God's here. And my father came to he was old school. He was 79 when he died. Um, he was old school. He thought God was only in church and nowhere else, or God when you call for Him and you ask for help and you're starting to making concerted prayers. So, and I'm of the thought process that God is not necessarily just dogma. God is about being the center of the universe. There's some force that's out there that brings us all together. And so that's why I started the blog. It's funny, I started it on, not on his birthday, but on Martin Luther King's birthday, about 2012. I started thinking about blogs then on January 15th, and then Martin Luther King's holiday was, I think, about 5 days later, and I did the blog on that Tuesday. And I've been doing it almost 2 years. I stopped for a while, and I started it again around Hurricane Sandy. And I've been doing it really steadily for, I'm sorry, I started the blog in 2011. I apologize, January 2011. And I restarted the blog during Hurricane Sandy. And my mom's still alive, by the way. She's a pistol. She's 86 and she's a pistol. Anyway, I wonder where I get that from. Anyway, we would just talk and argue about God all the time. So I started thinking about the blog and how there must be other people who are similar to my father who I can actually have a conversation with, and let's just talk about something. We don't agree, but we can agree to disagree. We can talk, and we can know that there's some connection that we all have together. We're all part. I have a friend on Facebook from Voices, People of Distinction is the name of his Facebook group, People of Distinction Awards they've been doing. His name is Al Cole. Al, and last name is C-O-L-E. He says we're all part of the human family. And it's so true. If I think that I'm part of the human family, then why would I put down somebody who's an Israeli? Why would I put down somebody who's in Gaza? Why would I put down someone who's in the Ukraine, who's in Malaysia, who's in Brooklyn? I'm here in the Bronx. Why would I? We're all human beings. The defining statement for a fascist nation, and a nation can be a microcosm of another nation, the defining thoughts of a fascist nation are the people that you're against, they're not human, so you can do anything you want to them. We know the Nazis did that. We know that the slave drivers in the United States did that. They thought of African Americans as they weren't human. The Nazis thought of mostly Jews and anyone who wasn't Aryan. They're less than human, so you really can do anything you want to them. Same thing in Bosnia and the Soviets. They were less than human, so you really can do anything you want to them. It's terrible what we do to the human family, what we do to each other. What I'm saying is that we can start a conversation, and I would love that everyone in the world every day, and it doesn't have to be at the same time, but everyone in the world every day, it doesn't matter if you're religious or not, it doesn't matter what religion you are, you just stop what you're doing. It's great if you do it at the beginning of the day, but you stop what you're doing, and for 3 minutes, just sit and concentrate on your breathing and clear your mind. And even if your mind wanders, because it will, there's noise outside, and it can be horrible noise, it can be gunfire, it can be something pleasant like the Mr. Softy coming by. If that happens, just let it go and just keep breathing and just stay and keep breathing for 3 minutes. If everyone in the world did that in one particular day, I guarantee you, all right, maybe I won't, okay, yeah, I'm going to make a bold statement. I guarantee you within 48 hours the world will be a different place. Different place, 48 hours. My challenge after you look for that song that you know I'm not pleasing anyone. I want, I'm going to come from a place of courage and I come from a place in a great stance. After you sing that song, I Am Woman, It's a Man's World, Roar. I'm sure there's several other songs that you can think of much better than me. You Google one that makes you feel very empowered. Do it. And do it right after you see this. And then if you're on YouTube, go in the comments below and tell me what song that is. Start on a regular basis going in and taking those 3 minutes and just concentrating on your breath. If you've never done meditation, it's going to be tough the first time. It's going to be tough, but do it. Do it, do it, do it. And if you've done meditation before, 3 minutes, Crystal, 3 minutes, no problem. So great. So then you can take it to another level. So that's my call to action. That's my challenge for you today. That's my challenge for you today. So let me just see something. I'm going to just add a little something in the Q&A. No, nothing in the Q&A for right now. And okay, no, nothing in the Q&A right now. And let me just see something. And if I can, I want to list one thing for everybody. I want to just list the blog. I want to list the blog information for everyone. So if you want to know more about the blog, if you want to see the blog, of course, my YouTube channel, look for Crystal Williamson. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, you can absolutely do that. You look for Coaching with Crystal on Facebook. Here's my spirituality with a bite show item. Yeah, here's my spirituality with a bite blog, which I would love for you to be a part of and to follow. And there's going to be some video logs. So it's going to be some vlogs. And there's also going to be some written ones. So the vlogs are not going to happen every week. They're going to happen on a semi-regular basis. I can't tell you exactly when. So go to Spirit with a Bite, and if you just look up in, it's funny, spirituality, I can't spell it that well either, so that's why I call it Spirit with a Bite blog, and it's B-I-T-E. Or look for me on Twitter as @Coach Crystal. And Crystal is spelled C-R-Y-S-T-A-L, just like the good China. So this is me, Crystal Williamson, signing off for my first Google Hangout. Yay! I didn't do too bad. And I have to remember to look at the camera, because when I look at myself here, I look so strange. Anyway, so it's really great to do my first blog. Like I said, Spirit with a Blight blogspot. Spirit with a Bite blogspot. Sorry about that. I'm Crystal Williamson. I will see you soon.